right?
I hope I'm picking one for
I can
Gino.
read.
Yeah. You want to read it?
Yeah. Okay, First time in history, no bid corporations. If corporations continue to create the need for war and resources, how do we stop this and how do we get these people out? First time in history, no bid corporations. Do you want to answer that?
I'll answer it the way it was asked. But when you don't really want to answer a question, you just answer another question that you made up yourself. But I will answer this. Well, here's something I've been meaning to say, and so this gives me a chance. The question period gives you a chance to say things that you forgot to say. War is a business, right? Corporations make a lot of money from war. There are all these huge multi-billion contracts, very often no-bid contracts given out to friends of the politicos. I remember during the Vietnam War, there was an artist in the anti-war movement who did a poster, very simple poster with these words, powerful words, but also chilling. War is good for business. Invest your son.
Okay, here's another question for Dr. Gino Strada. Why did Emergency open its medical services in northern Sudan rather than the south?
Well, there's no answer in the sense that if you look at the world map, I think there's need to open medical facilities basically in every country on the planet. If by medical facilities we mean something where medicine is given free of charge to human beings, as it should be. So in this respect, I think there's no northern Sudan or southern Sudan. I am convinced, for instance, that the policy of having healthcare as a business is a crime against the society. Having said that, there is no particular reason. Many times you open up operations because you go to a place and you happen to have contacts with certain people before you have contacts with other people. And basically everywhere you turn, you see huge needs. And unfortunately, we are able to respond only this much. So instead of spending, years and maybe organizing seminars and congresses to decide is it better to operate here or there, you better fold your sleeves and start doing something.
All right, here we go. Last question, I've been told. Sorry to all of those folks. Okay, this is a question for Professor Zinn. You offer hope that a new war on Iran can be prevented, but Bush can launch a war without popular support. He now threatens use of nuclear weapons. This will have catastrophic results. What do you think can be done to prevent this?
Stalling for time. I think aside from the fact that I think people have learned something from the war in Iraq, and I think already there's a lot of skepticism about the drumming up of the war spirit for Iran. We in the movement against the war, we have an obligation to do a lot of education about the situation in Iran. You know, one sort of simple fact, you know, against this hysteria, a fact which is always buried about sort of 12 paragraphs down and 20 pages into the major newspapers, is that all of the nuclear all the experts on nuclear technology tell us that Iran is 5 to 10 years away from developing one nuclear weapon. 5 to 10 years. And people have to be confronted with this very simple juxtaposition that Iran is 5 to 10 years away from possibly developing one nuclear weapon. The United States has 10,000 nuclear weapons. Israel has several hundred nuclear weapons. The idea that this possibility of a future weapon in Iran is an imminent threat and therefore deserves violent reaction is absurd and dangerous and stupid.
I want to thank Professor Howard Zinn, Dr. Gino Strada, and all of you so much for coming this evening.
The event was a benefit for Emergency, an international medical aid outfit co-founded by Gino Strada. For more information, visit emergencyusa.org.